Yo, DTV, this is episode 10, and welcome. We're going to be doing something a little different for this episode, so hope you enjoy.
You ready? Let's go! Yeah. For those of you that want to know what we're all about, it's like this, y'all. Come on. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
Don't listen to your fucking friends, listen to the fucking market. Energy, boom, it's there. That was my good. Whatever. David Tian signing out. Awakening.
Parents are so concerned about their kids getting a job and being like employable, when they're 10 years old. Yeah. Like, no, I really hope she can do her multiplication tables. What you should do is train them on thinking skills. We're educating kids for the economy 20 years ago. It's good to be home.
Won't be the last of us in Singapore. Thanks for helping us close the chapter.
When you are doing well and other people are jealous, they're going to try to bring you down. That's a normal thing.
Sometimes I test it because I cannot work with people who don't tell me the truth. So I tell them an untruth to see whether they call me out on it. If they don't, then I call myself out on it in front of them and say to them, next time you should call me out on it. A lot of what you say is what they need to hear. So they're lost. They don't know how to make sense of toxic masculinity. They don't know what that term means. It just feels like they're toxic, like they're very mean. To realize bullshitting doesn't actually get you anywhere. It's just I use myself as an example, and I use that in my teaching as much as I can. About 9 years ago, I was blogging about women and dating, and I put up some material that now I would blush at. And I wanted to leave it because this is part of my history. And it's part of my journey. It's where I was before. And if you look at the date on the blog post, you know how long ago that was. And one great thing to do is, if you don't know something, is to say, I'm not sure, let me think about that.
10:52, waiting for the Uber. PM, of course.
David Tian, Ph.D. and welcome.
It's a lot of guys who have trouble with women are actually too sensitive about other guys because their ego is involved. And a lot of the reasons why they suck with women is because their egos are involved even in their interactions with women. They think about themselves too much, they're too narcissistic, they're too self-involved, they're too self-centered, they think about themselves too much, they compare themselves to other people too much, and when that happens, it's easy to trigger that guy. It's easy to pick on that guy because he feels always like he's being attacked. And that's a lot of guys, actually. A lot of people who feel that way.
Doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. He feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know him, but fuck him.
Actually, every philosophical thinker that you would have read, that would be in any responsible philosophy course, syllabus, would be attacking a lot of what this represents. For you to still be in this bubble is astounding, but I get it, because part of you, the reason you're in that bubble is because it mirrors the way you are. You're either wishy-washy on it, and a part of you find because of your parents, that's the first bubble you got, and then your school system, your society, your upper middle class upbringing. It's not the top class, because like the elite don't give a about these things. They know how meaningless they are. But the upper middle class that aspires to elite, they're the ones who are in the most dangerous position. You will not find happiness no matter what. With this type of attitude,
Do you want to get any bit of like how to fucking crush it like an Asian American? How to fucking crush it and get into Harvard like it's no big deal, or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, go and get your academic goals, no big deal, whatever. Get used to taking fucking criticism in your fucking face.
You will not find happiness, you will not find happiness, your parents will not find happiness. Even if you get X amount of money and you think that'll bring you happiness, the science proves it won't. The science proves that you will still be grasping for more, because that thing never ends. The bigger, better deal is always out there. You always will be comparing yourself, am I enough, am I enough, am I enough? No.
So if you need to be like, massage the truth, go find somebody else. Like this, I could be that guy, but then I would feel like I would be laughing in my mind the whole time, like you fucking wimp. It's disrespect. One thing that I do want to say though that is important to visualize is actually getting the goal. Because, so that should be like, out of the 10 steps that you're going to visualize, that would be step 10. So that's not like 100% of your visualization, it would be like 10% of your visualization. Because you need to feel like you're comfortable there, with the belt strapped around your waist, with your arms being lifted, with the or whatever the announcer's saying, and the new, or and still, like that's something that you should practice, because you have to mentally get comfortable with thinking of yourself as the winner. And that's the last step. Like a lot of people who croak right at the end because they didn't lock that in, being comfortable with winning that. Identity. Who are you now? You're the type of person who what? Who wins, or whatever it is that your goal is. You have to see yourself as somebody who could do that. And not somebody who gets 90% of the way and then it's like, oh, this isn't me though, this isn't me, and then you choke. Because in 2014 I was like, coming out of a very depressive state, and I felt disempowered. So getting back into that, feeling that energy, back into a Bruce Lee kind of state, and I was like, yeah, and we're Sparta 300. I realized actually what I really need is a softer yin kind of energy, like a gentle energy, and to be more in touch with myself and not striving so much. And then I did the Dickens thing, and I came up with this limiting belief, which was that I couldn't be 100% Sparta 300 and 100% in touch with my emotions, in my being authentic and vulnerable. And I thought, maybe that's a limiting belief. I don't know. I can't think of any others. So I threw that one out there, went through the Dickens process, which I take guys through in Invincible. I call it the Scrooge, and I do it differently, slightly differently, but it's the same NLP patterning. And we come out of it, and I'm like, man, that is just false. That's just a limit. Why can't I do both? And then I realized I can apply this drivenness to being driven to be anything. Yes. So can I be more present when I'm with my wife? Can I be more present when I'm talking to kids? Can I be more present with myself? Can I get faster to be can I be vulnerable faster? Can I be and then can I apply the achiever and the achiever's power to the vulnerable, authentic person?
There's that disconnect, and what's happening there is actually a deeper psychological problem that's not just a little tip that they can implement. And if all you're looking for are little tips, the internet is replete with them. Hope you liked it. Thanks for watching episode 10. Thanks for watching all of the episodes, because I know you have. And thank you so much for following me. And I'm very humbled that people actually want to look at my life. So I'm very appreciative. And this is just the beginning. Literally, it's just the beginning. See you in episode 11.
10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name.